Hey everybody, I'm Tim Hockett. Last time we initiated to talk about fairness in the simplest of terms, equality of portions and accurate weights and measures. Today we're going to talk about fairness as it pertains to the treatment of others. If I say the words prejudice or bigotry, I think you know what I'm talking about. Sadly, it's a significant part of American history that despite the words of the U.S. Declaration of Independence that all men are created equal, many people have not been treated equally or fairly. If you've ever visited Washington, D.C., you may know that carved up on the top part of the building above the Supreme Court front door, it says, "Equal justice under law." That's a pretty powerful statement. It serves as assurance to those who enter there that they can expect a fair shake. We know that with every case, there are winners and losers, but the motto says that justice will be provided without prejudice, without bias, equally to all people. The sentiment of that motto is also captured in statues of Lady Justice, who is often depicted as holding a scale and wearing a blindfold. You see, she's simply weighing the evidence, not looking for who is rich or poor, or black or white, or male or female. Recently, I talked about judging folks based on the wrong standards of measure. I said it's wrong to prejudge someone just because they're tall or short or redheaded or blonde or male or female or because their skin is a different color. Similarly, a court of law is constrained in America to focus only on the alleged crime and the evidence that pertains to it. We don't want judges sending people to prison because of the way they look, or because they grew up poor, or because they speak with an accent, do we? So while an important part of fairness to each of us is being able to get that same Big Mac or the same gallon of milk as the next person, it's also critically important that we treat each other fairly. And that should extend from common courtesies all the way up to heavy legal matters. I bring this up because as a nation, we have a rather checkered history of how we treat people. Yep, not everyone has enjoyed the benefit of equal treatment under the law. Here's a few examples. For many years in our history, black folk had little or no protection under our laws. Consequently, there were Jim Crow laws in the South separating drinking fountains and bathrooms. There were segregated schools, segregated neighborhoods, and even churches. And it wasn't just in the South. Just as importantly, there was bigoted humor on the one side and bigoted terrorism on the other. Even today, many see the incidence of incarceration of people of color compared to Caucasians and wonder why it is so disproportionate. In the last few decades, America has made progress in identifying our weaknesses in unequal treatment, and in many areas, we place protections into law that guarantee blind justice. For example, in just a very few years, gay folks have been afforded more legal protections and rights. They can get married and enjoy the financial benefits of a couple. They can visit their partner in a hospital as family. They can rent or buy a place without hassle. Here's my 2 cents worth. We don't have to agree with the other person or approve of their lifestyle or how they look in order to treat them fairly. But the fact is that both our personal and our legal justice ought to be blind. I want to leave you today with a little analogy that you may find helpful. Observant Jews, mostly in the Orthodox community, take spring cleaning very seriously. Why? Because when Passover comes, they want to make sure that they're in keeping with the law of Moses that says make sure there's no leaven in your house. Clean all the leaven out of your house by the time Passover comes. So many of them sweep and clean. They even open books and blow crumbs out unless they have eaten a donut over a book. They get rid of all the crumbs and they clean out their houses very carefully. We in America have started to clean unfairness out. But you know what? We need to keep sweeping. I'm Tim Hockett. Thanks for listening. Hey, before you go, I want you to know that I value your thoughts and your questions. I do have 3 favors to ask. First, please subscribe to this channel. America Divided, we can do better. 2, make time to watch all these little videos. And 3, please share these videos widely. Together we really can make a difference. I hope you have a great day.